Here we go once again. Yeah, y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy, none other than the Prime Minister. And my main man, Iceburg. And you know, we are the Barbershop.
What's up,
Today,
sir?
you know what I'm saying? We got a real live and good show for you, man. Me and my boy been talking about a lot of stuff today, man, that's just really mind-boggling. But, you know, it's all good. And it's all love. But today, man, one of the topics that we was wanting to talk about today, man, is Mr. Donald Sterling and some of the issues that's been going on at the Los Angeles Clippers organization. And we have really gotten word on, like, you know, what's the hold up on him selling this, going here and giving the company, you know what I'm saying, giving his rights to the Los Angeles Clippers away. He hasn't done it yet. And now it's gotten so bad to the point to where Doc Rivers is pretty much saying if he continues to be the CEO or the GM of this organization, I will no longer be the coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. Now tell me, you know, what do you do in this situation? You know, I mean, what is Don Sterling doing? What's the holdup? Iceberg, man, explain to me your feelings on this issue, because I really think it's I think it's unjust to even be in that situation to where you think that it's okay to still continue to be the head of this organization and you're not even promoting any form of equality or ethnicity or anything whatsoever. You know, please explain to me what you think.
And I think I think for one, it's unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? You know the things that he said. We all heard the video, the tape recording of what he said to the young lady.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think Commissioner Silver. I think he did the right thing by the punishment laid down. And I think it's just one of those things where, Sterling don't want to go away quietly. You know what I mean? He's like,
Nah.
if I go away, I'm gonna go away. It's gonna be about 10,000 lawsuits
Yeah.
before that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not about to give away my team. You know what I mean? Which, some people may see what he's doing is right and it's just, but really, it's hurt. It's in the basketball sense, it's hurting his organization because a lot of these players don't want to play for him.
No.
They don't want to play for an owner who they feel has slave-like mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much like 12 years as a slave
Yeah.
being the owner of a basketball team. I mean,
Yeah.
like, wow.
And then you have people who, like Doc Rivers, who kind of, may have grew up in that during that whole transitional and having to overcome burials
Yeah.
in his own career
Yeah.
fighting racism.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to work for this guy. I don't care how good the team is. I don't care if we got Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because this is deeper than that.
Yeah, it's deeper.
It's deeper than
bigger
talent.
than basketball.
That's right.
So, I just think, and then, you got Steve Ballmer, you know what I mean, who, $2 billion, he's trying to buy the team. The wife, Shelly, said it's all, gave it a go.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool. It's just Sterling.
It's just Sterling
You
not
feel
letting
me?
it go.
And I just feel
Sterling being stubborn.
yeah, you have that. You have people who they feel like they got power, and they feel like they could do whatever they want to do. They could say whatever they want to say, and not really care about the consequences of that. You know what I mean? And now everybody else is suffering, and I just hope at the end of the day he walks away gracefully and takes his $2 billion and does something. I think it'd be good for basketball.
I think it would be good for basketball, but at the same time, this is what I don't want to get twisted. People say things, people do things, and, we do get punished sometimes for the things that we do. Because even in the case of not only Donald Sterling, you had the case or the situation of Tony Dungy and Michael Sam. You had the case of even, the media really addressing Michael Vick and past issues. I just really hope that this is what I want people to. I really want them to understand is that freedom of speech can only go so far. You will get in trouble for saying certain things and doing certain things to people. I mean, you can't run away from it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I want to get people to see. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Sterling shouldn't own his basketball team, but when you are viewed in the public eye as a person that pretty much disrespects not only a culture, a whole, I mean, that whole situation. I mean, when you do that, it's putting it's putting everything back 20, 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And, culturally, we need to move forward as people in general, not just of color, but every race. We need to move forward and get the understanding is like, the NBA has no color. At least it's not supposed to. So why would you think it would be okay to bring something like that in there? Whether the conversation was taped or not, I don't care. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, we got to be careful of what we say.
Yeah.
We really do, And so,
And kind of man up to him, and
yeah,
realize. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a difficult situation, you know what I mean? Because we all been in situations where we was angry and probably said things we shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
But, sometimes it's to the extent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta look at things. If I have a business and I'm being prejudiced toward a certain ethnicity,
group,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? My
Right.
business is gonna fail anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's what I mean. People only gonna want to come. It's gonna lose business anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and 9 times out of 10, you gonna lose money off of that.
That's right.
But he's not losing money here.
No.
They paying okay. But you said okay. You sorry for saying it. You shouldn't have said it okay, but you still said it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna give you a $2 billion check to walk away. Just
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Let's get it over with.
It is what it is.
Man.
Just get it over with, man. Let it go. And that's all I say. Let it go. And, to all the sports fans and fanatics and different things like that, at the end of the day, this doesn't just hurt. This hurts the sports industry, period.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, it's really putting
sad.
a dark eye, and it's sad that this guy still wants to egg this thing on. Just let bygones be bygones. The storm has been weathered. Let's move forward and get back to what's more important, and that's basketball or whatever sport in particular. Let's just move forward.
Yeah.
In other pressing news, and events that not only are to come, but today I was really wanting to talk about this topic that's been on my mind for a minute. In our city, our great city of Evansville, the 812, what it do? We've had this concept being brought up and just into the consciousness of the people, our community. And Mayor Winnicky started this, and it was called the Stop the Violence movement. There's been a lot of violent acts and different things going on in our city, and we've just been really trying to get an understanding on what is this even really about? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop the violence. We talk about it because, yes, we've seen violent acts, yes, we've seen things happen, but are we really breaking it down, and are we really making it an active movement in our community? What do you think about that, Bird?
I think. I mean, I like that. I like just the awareness they bringing it to it. You know what I mean? To stop the violence. But I also feel like it's kind of past due.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you look at if you look at a lot of people associated with these violent acts and all this, it's the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if we could have did things for them in the past to so they wouldn't succumb to this violence, we may not. We not saying we'd be so far from here, but we'd probably be in a better place than where we at right now. I think and I think it's just goes to show what we need to do now, targeting these current, the current youth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Give them more things to do.
Yeah.
More activities, more, just more things because I remember a little bit after I got out of high school, there was these big major cuts. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? School cuts, and they had to cut down on all these different things. You know what I mean? And all
Yeah.
those things could be coming into tuition now, like you're
Yeah.
seeing that they ain't got all the after school activities, all the programs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if you show the kids a different way, you know what I mean?
And another thing, what kind of, you know, hurts me in a way, or makes me kind of upset is that when we talk about the whole stop the violence thing, I think, you know, we look at even our curriculum or our schools or different things like that, and I'm really starting to see like we are moving we're moving towards the separation of the children. See, I remember back in, you know, the 90s, the 80s, like if you was a bad child or you was the bad, you know, the black sheep or whatever, quote unquote, you still went to school with the other kids.
Yeah.
But now it's almost like if you're bad, now we got a school for you, and we're
Yeah.
pigeonholing you into a situation. So now, what do you think? Okay, it's almost like this.
What?
If you put gasoline with fire, what you think's gonna happen? An explosion.
Yeah.
So you gonna put a bad kid with the kid that's even worse,
Yeah.
and think that they're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like even I looked at it. I was looking at I get on the Vandenberg where you can see the inmates and people who's locked up and all this and that. And a lot of people I seen who I knew who I grew up with, they had problems of being
yeah,
as a what I mean when they was younger. You know what I mean? You kind of sense like it's gonna be a problem when he get you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they was having problems then. It was like it didn't get any better. And
But-
then back then they had those schools like the Henry Reese and the
Yeah.
Krista McCullough. You know what I mean?
but my thing is that is it helping
I don't.
or is it hurting? Because to me, to be honest, it's like, yeah, I don't want no kids to hinder certain people from learning, but then
But to me, I think that's the teacher's job. I think it's the teacher's job.
I mean, yeah, so
think
it's
a
like-
school job to be able to
how do we? I'm just
facilitate. You know what I mean? To kind of blend them in.
but what I'm
show
saying
them
is-
that they welcome, because when you put them in different schools, they think that they really think they're the outcast.
yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
then they're stopped. I mean, how can you stop something when it's like you almost fueling the fire? It's almost like you throwing gasoline right into a flaming pit. So that's not helping nobody. That's not helping anybody. What I really think that the Stop the Violence movement really needs to be about is an awareness or a consciousness to really not only like not promoting so much violence and war and bigotry and racism and different things, but giving these people like the opportunities to see that there is something else besides that.
Yeah.
It's like when we start endorsing all of this negative behavior and different things like that, how do you, then that makes it's almost like an oxymoron. Like how can I have, I don't know, DMX promoting Stop the Violence, but he just talked about shooting and killing somebody.
Yeah.
How can I have,
You need to have, that's the thing is, music has something to do with it.
Yeah,
too.
it does.
And it's like, if you want to be influential, once you bring influential
People, yeah.
you know what I mean, who they could kind of look up to. It don't have to be, like gospel or anything like that. But there's artists out here who you could bring or who you could do
that
things
raise awareness, a
that raise
consciousness.
you know
Yeah,
what I
you know what
mean?
I'm saying?
And that's what they need, that consciousness.
Yeah,
that they can
I
kinda
really
relate
do.
To. And so
And to me, that's what would start a movement.
Yeah.
That's what really would promote a movement. And it's just funny to me how I feel like we haven't really talked about that. Nobody in the community has really sat down, and talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, the behavior is never going to change. The movement is never going to really start until we really start it in ourselves, in our own communities.
And I think even to add to that, I think you need things for the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like the parents are so young now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like parents are so young and they raising these kids.
Yeah.
And they have and the parents are some of the people who's in this whole violence craze. Like that's their age group now. Like 19, 20, 21. 20. So it's like the kids growing up, these are their parents.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need to give awareness to the parents, have different things, have different speakers to kind of talk to the parents, teach them how to become better, better teachers for their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because parents are your most important teachers. You know what I mean? School is important, but parents, that's who you look up to.
That's
right.
right.
You know what I mean? And they need to give awareness to the parents so they could,
so they don't keep on, so it don't be a cycle. So it doesn't be a constant cycle.
Yeah.
And nobody's breaking it.
Yeah.
But we sitting here constantly promoting stop the violence.
But if we could make it into a trickle down when you educating the parents and the parents is educating the kids and the kids grow up and they know how to do things.
Yeah.
And then they educate and they like
it becomes breaking that old way and putting forth something brand new.
Yeah.
And I think, at the end of the day, if people would really understand the concept of it, because I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Don't let this be clear. I'm all for the Stop the Violence movement in the A12. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the violence will never stop until we raise an awareness of what the violence really is.
Yeah.
The violence could be in our culture. The violence could be in our music. The violence could be in the things that we're doing. And if we're not promoting anything healthy to our kids, even the way we eat, even the way we, even the way we talk, even the way, if we're not really promoting that, then we're not stopping anything.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to.
It's just
The
like
Prime Minister didn't want to preach, but he just wanted to chime on that.
Giving out rules and just saying, okay, here's the rules, follow those.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Hold up. Everything is not black and white. There is a shade of gray.
If you want me to show me how to do this,
exactly.
show me another way.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. And you're right. You know what I'm saying?
And so even with that being said, so we got those Stop the Violence events and all that, and how it's kind of, some of them can kind of seem kind of contradictive to the true meaning.
Yeah.
So, we got an artist coming, DJ Drama, he's coming. So do you think, I don't know who's doing that, but do you think that, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I don't know what to think neither. I just think they're gonna have a turn up good time.
Yeah.
Besides that, what else is there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that good for right now? You don't want to stop anybody from, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna stop nobody from eating.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a wrong thing to do if you want to bring artists or whatever. I'm just saying, as a community, if we want to raise awareness and consciousness, we need to be starting to bring people of art.
Or here's a good thing when you do that, have those artists promote that.
Yeah.
So, because they're going to listen to those artists, they look up to those artists.
Exactly.
These are the artists they listen to every day. So, if they got on a Stop the Violence shirt,
yeah,
you know what I mean? They're going to look at that.
Yeah.
They're going to see that as being cool. So, if you got DJ Drama spinning records, then he's saying, stop the violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just giving out, make sure, a couple words go a long way. He ain't got to just be Dr. Martin Luther King up there or Malcolm X, but just, a few words.
But a few words of encouragement, whatever, whatnot, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem with that. And like I said, but at the same time too, there's other things that we can do in this city or in this community that can be great for that.
Yeah.
I really think so.
Yeah.
And
here at IHBIF, we want to be we want to be one of the if any way we can help, we want to be one of the leading contributors to the Stop the
Exactly.
Violence movement and
Exactly.
any other movement, regarding the youth and helping them overcome some of the things they're being succumbed to, to make
Yeah.
the city better.
No doubt, no doubt. And Prime Minister in Iceburg will be willing to do that, Mr. Winnicky. Anytime you want to, holler at us, please do.
Yeah, get them right.
you know. But on other topics, we got the drama thing coming. We got, we just got a lot of things going on in the city that I feel like is good.
Yeah.
And we really, I really seeing like the vision of how we trying to promote like really big things going on even in the city. I mean, we about to get a brand new Hilton Doubletree. We about to get a, you know what I'm saying, they building a super high class Zuki downtown.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was the first thing you said?
the Doubletree, the
What's
Hilton Hotel downtown. It's about
Okay.
to be downtown.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying,
It's
they in the
crazy.
works of building that and branching off
You
on that.
was telling me about the dinner and the movie.
And the dinner and the movie. I mean, we got a lot of things at Showplace Cinema. And we got a lot of things popping off. So I mean, I get it, and I give much respect due to the people that's bringing these things together in Evansville.
That Zuki's gonna be crazy.
And my boy Iceberg's been telling me about that for a little bit, saying I need to check that out. So. I'm definitely looking forward to, something of that magnitude coming to the city.
Showplace was it East? Just make
Yeah,
sure
Showplace
make sure
East.
you don't charge $100 for the steak.
Yeah, we hope you don't do that, because, since y'all got, 18 bones for a combo,
Yeah.
we hope you ain't, you ain't charging no steak and lobster $120 or nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That would be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe that may help them go down on the popcorn prices. And
Maybe, I don't
you
know.
won't have to spend $3 for a box of Milk Duds.
Yeah, but anyway,
So
Man.
what about the fashion, man? Like,
I mean,
it's-
fashion game, I put like it's fashion game. There's so many things as people's rocking.
what's hot right now, man? I need to
Really,
know.
realistically, what I think is hot right now, as far as sneaker game, I got to go. You can't go wrong with J's and different things. But you know what? There's life beyond J's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people really realize that there is a life beyond them bad boys.
Yeah.
You don't have to have 1 through, gosh, I don't even know, 30 now, 28.
Yeah, it's crazy. I lost count after like.
You know what I'm saying? I done lost count. If you ain't from one, if you really ain't from 1 through 14, 13 or 14, I can't even mess with you, because I mean past that, I really didn't really get into it like that.
It got crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying? But
school's starting in a couple weeks.
yes, yeah, definitely. School starting in a couple of weeks, and you can't go wrong with your
how the
with your
fashion
J's.
used to be around
You can't.
there. Like you couldn't even sleep at night. That
Exactly.
First night, like.
Oh yeah, it was almost like to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember, what I'm saying, especially like
A lot of tossing and turning.
first day of high school.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Because see, high school, elementary it was cool. Middle school,
It was,
you still
you
didn't
know what
know
I'm
what
saying?
to
You
think.
still really
in
didn't
that
know.
little childish
You knew,
stage.
but you didn't know. No.
Then when you was in middle school, you started growing up.
Yeah.
And then that next year high school, you was like, I don't want to get my head put in the toilet.
Yeah.
So I gotta be. Cool.
So I gotta be fresher than most.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like for high school, every year you had to.
You
high
had to
school,
be.
Yeah.
You had to be.
It's crazy.
And so I mean.
And then by then you got a job.
That's
So
it.
now you buying what you want to buy. You ain't gotta ask your parents.
Nope.
So yeah, you getting the yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I look at it like this: you can't go wrong with J's, Ewings, any sports sneaker. I mean, man, they're getting so flossed out now, man. I mean, they got Andrew Homey. They got Android Homey. They got you know what I'm saying, Supra. I mean, all types of just.
But it's crazy
sneakers,
because I
man.
mean I think the parents they look cool now because.
They young. That's why.
But the parents are young, so they kind of like, yeah, they probably borrowing their parents' clothes.
Real talk.
But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of these schools, they got uniforms.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna get you a solid blue, a solid red, a solid white,
Yup.
khakis. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Different color khakis, and it's like you can't really
rock the way you want to rock it now.
Do they do that? I mean, do you gotta wear a specific shoe with the uniform? Or can you wear any shoes? How does that work?
From what I understand, I think you can wear you can wear different shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wear different shoes, but like I think it's an issue on like low tops and high tops though.
Okay.
That from what I understand, and I think that's what my godson he said to me. It's like difference between that.
So how you feel about the whole dress code and the whole uniform?
I mean, it's weird to me because I mean, you know, I wore what I wanted to wear, and so to go from wearing what I want to wear to now I got to wear a uniform. Yeah. But I will say this though, that wearing a uniform is kind of cool because it doesn't put cats who are less fortunate out on Front Street like that. Yeah. Because everybody wears it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get a uniform. Yeah. Everybody can't get a pair of J's. Yeah. Everybody can't get
But what about when it comes down to the shoes? Because even when you was in school, like the shoes, like your shirt's
the shoe
fly,
game had to be stupid.
Your pants was fly, but what kind of shoes you got on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I wonder like if it even went down as far as the shoes because the shoes is a big deal, man.
Shoes is a very big deal.
I mean, and it takes us back to the whole stop the violence thing when I said that they need to start as a youth. Do you think them making that uniform dress code and all that was, you know, you think that was
I think it was smart.
Good thing.
I think it was smart, but I still still should be able to let me be an individual some way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask.
But it's kind of crazy because every school don't have it.
I know.
It's like some
schools do, some schools don't. Yeah,
so it's crazy. But, yeah.
But, you know, most of all, when it comes to gear and fashion, you know what I'm saying, you can't go wrong with your essentials. Yeah. But I say definitely, you know, kids, you know, get ready because, you know, get your parents on the dials because school starts in a couple of weeks. And it's about to get real live, real fast. Yeah. But it's all 1,000, man. And, you know, like I said.
Don't just worry about the clothes, kids. Worry about the school supplies, the books, be getting rereading, man.
And
knowledge
learn,
is power.
Learn how to.
Knowledge trumps everything.
That's it. That's it.
Words from Iceburg. Yeah.
But you know, man, shoot, man. I mean, I'm saying, I think it's real. At the end of the day, it's all love. And so I peep to everybody doing their thing, man. Y'all keep doing it because I think it's alive, and I think you know, there's no hate over here. IHBIF don't promote hate. We promote love. We promote unity, and we promote getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know. There's no trip with us.
Mayor Winnicky.
Yeah, shout out to Mayor Winnicky. Shout out to all of those people that's really just trying to get it.
We can stop this
violence for real. But you know, once again, it's your boys in the game, Mr. Iceburg and Mr. Prime Minister, and you already know who it is, man. It's IHBIF Radio, man. It's hard,
but it's fair.
At the end of the day, that's how it is, and we love that.
Tune in next time.
Tune in.
Be ready.